Hey guys, welcome back to another Quick Form video. Today we're talking about Amazon reports or reportedly in talks to cell phone service as part of Prime. So basically, if you're a Prime member, through Amazon, they're saying they reportedly gonna sell some phone service and probably at a really discounted rate or even free. So yeah, that's pretty crazy talk and news. So let's get into it, guys. This was reported a couple days ago, about 3 days ago. This is by fiercewireless.com. So let's get into it and discuss. And it does, I would say, kind of fall into that Boost Mobile dish. We'll talk more about it. Like I said, I kind of skimmed through this article a little bit, so it's kind of important to talk about it. So it says shares in Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T tumbled today after Bloomberg reported that Amazon is in talks with carriers to possibly resell low-cost or free cell phone service to Prime members. Wow! So basically, it's saying you're gonna get a discount on cell phone service or even a free cell phone. Or free cell phone service, should I say, if you're a Prime member, which is pretty nice. Amazon in their Prime membership is nice. You get 2-day free shipping, and you get other benefits with that as well. But mainly people stick with the Prime. You get Prime Video as well. But like I said, people mainly do for the fast shipping that Amazon has to offer. But of course, they've been going up in price, and I think a lot of people have been probably canceling their Prime membership and just heading to like Walmart or something. So yeah, they have to do things to kind of entice customers to come back to them or pick up their service. So it says, citing people familiar with the situation, Bloomberg said Amazon is holding discussions with Verizon, T-Mobile, Dish Network to get lower possible wholesale price. The negotiations, which have been ongoing for 6 to 8 weeks, have at times included AT&T, according to the report. So basically, the main talks have been between Verizon, T-Mobile, and Dish Network. Of course, Dish is coming out with their own 5G network and supposed to be covering 70% of the nation or the United States within a couple days, like 2 weeks or something. And then of course they said, well, let's kind of include maybe AT&T. So it says T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon told Bloomberg they were not currently in discussions with Amazon about wireless service. AT&T is not in discussions with Amazon to resell wireless services, AT&T said in a statement provided to Fierce after the story was first published. So like I said, maybe not AT&T, they probably kicked them out, but definitely T-Mobile and Verizon and Dish, even though they're all saying no, it's a big possibility. It says T-Mobile issued the following statement. So Amazon is a great partner to T-Mobile in many areas, and we're always interested in working more closely with our cross-town neighbors in new ways. However, we are not in discussions about inclusion of our wireless in Prime service. So basically, everybody, of course, is going to say no. I mean, that's, of course, it's not going to be a big story if they're just like, oh yeah, it's true. They're probably trying to hide this stuff, or there's big contracts or something like that. They still have to iron out. So of course they're gonna say no. But I feel like it might come maybe in the future. I'm not too sure now. So it says Verizon denied any discussions with Amazon as well. Verizon is not in negotiations with Amazon regarding the resale of the nation's best and most reliable wireless network. Our company is always open to new and potential opportunities, but we have nothing to report at this time. So, of course, this deja vu, we'll talk about that. It says it's far from the first time Amazon has seemingly mounted a challenge to wireless carriers. So remember, I don't know if you remember, but Amazon came out with their, was it the Fire phone or whatever it was, Amazon phone? Big failure. Since perhaps the most recent was Amazon entering the private wireless market, but Amazon's MVNO ambitions where it used the network of a wireless carrier on a wholesale basis is often cited as a way to disrupt the wireless space. And of course, if let's say Amazon did come out with their own phone and their own service, and you got a cheap rate for being a Amazon Prime member, of course they would be a big challenge to the other carriers, because a lot of people already have Amazon Prime. They have millions of customers, so that could take a big chunk away from the other sectors. It says last month the Wall Street Journal reported that Dish is in talks to sell its nascent phone service through Amazon. Dish also reportedly was in talks with Amazon back in 2017. So of course, Dish is in talks basically to sell their new wireless service that's coming out pretty soon through Amazon. So you can just go and pick up like a SIM card or maybe buy some service off of them. And that's through Amazon, which, like I said, it's a big distribution. Amazon isn't saying much. We are always exploring adding even more benefits for Prime members, but don't have plans to add wireless at this time. So even Amazon is saying, nah, we don't. What are you guys talking about? It says shares in Dish were up 20% versus shares of Verizon and T-Mobile were down 5%. AT&T shares were down 4%. Ooh. It says, of course, Dish needs it most. Let's talk about this because this is part of Boost and all that stuff. It says, while the idea of Amazon buying wholesale and selling phone service on the cheap sounds like a carrier's worst nightmare, selling wireless service online isn't necessarily a slam dunk. It says nobody is really that good at selling online. So one of the analysts say, well, two of them basically, the carriers have tried this for many, many years. You can buy service today on Amazon and the experience is not spectacular. Ooh. It says, while Dish is most in need of a partner like Amazon, it is already a big Amazon customer. Talking to Dish for an MVNO deal would be like a courtesy call on part of Amazon. Ooh. So it says Amazon wants to sell to consumers in the entire United States, not just to the 7% of the population that Dish needs to serve with 5G by its mid-June deadline. So like I said, Dish wants to sell it to everybody. So that's why probably Verizon is going to be the best bet. Verizon, of course, has the best coverage in the United States. Dish, even though Dish needs it, they can only cover 70% of the population. So 30% of the population, which is a lot, or 30% of the area in the United States will not be covered. That's a big portion, Of course, their new system is just coming out, so, and then, of course, they're saying it's probably not going to be stellar service, so the service is probably going to be kind of trash or kind of not that good in good ways since it's only covering 70%. So if the call doesn't go through, while they blame Amazon, or is it for Dish, they blame Amazon for it. So basically, if Amazon's using Dish's network and the service sucks, they're not going to, of course, blame Dish. They're going to blame Amazon. That's why, Amazon, if they're going to spend, millions of dollars or whatever, billions of dollars, they want to be with the best carrier. So that's why if they use the big three carriers like Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, it would cover basically the whole United States almost. So indeed, Dish needs to make a big move to right the mobile ship, said IDC analyst Jason Lane. The company has lost 1.4 million subscribers since acquiring Boost as part of the T-Mobile/Sprint deal. So, like I said, Dish is hurting. They're bleeding customers. They're down 1.4 million subscribers. These losses come despite gaining about 200,000 subscribers when it acquired Republic Wireless and another roughly 200,000 when it acquired T-Mobile. The challenging subscriber trends might put Dish in a position to be the most amenable to Amazon's demands. At the same time, Dish's coverage is very different than other carriers, meaning it would have less appeal because of the service could only be offered over a smaller footprint. Of course, other considerations is diving deeper into the talks between Amazon and the carriers might entail. It's clear that the plan might have several more months to basically hatch. So basically, even though they're in talks, it's probably take months, maybe a year or two, for it to even come out. So Verizon has a strong MVNO portfolio with this network underpinning the offerings of Comcast, Xfinity Mobile, Charter, Spectrum Mobile, and Coax. Recent mobile launch. So they're basically saying, there's stuff like Google Fi, and Verizon definitely has a lot. They basically sell their service to a lot of cable companies as well. It says one challenge someone like Verizon might face is that to win the business with Amazon, they might need to coed some hefty terms on pricing or other areas. And in doing so, they might face pressure to offer similar terms in their Comcast. So basically, they're saying here, in the gist of it, is if Verizon is going to sell their service at a deep discount to Amazon, they're probably going to have to do the same with other carriers or the other MVNOs to basically kind of make it even. Because let's say if they offer $30 a month for unlimited Verizon, but Comcast offers it at 45. Of course, you're going to use Amazon's, service. But that being it, I mean, the rest of it's kind of not that. Like I said, just saying it's going to cost basically billions of dollars to use. But what do you guys think? Is this something that you guys find interesting? I definitely do. So, who's to say? Like I said, Amazon definitely has a customer base, and they could do it. They pull it off if they get a good contract or something. So, thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe if you want to support the channel. Check out the description below. More videos coming your way. Thank you.